You wake up stiff, perhaps a little groggy, and the first thing you do is step into a steaming hot shower. You let that hot water run over your back and down your body, believing it is waking you up, loosening your muscles, and preparing you for the day. You have been told your entire life that heat is healing, that it relaxes the body and soothes the soul. But I am here to tell you that this daily ritual, this innocent habit of seeking comfort in extreme heat, is silently suffocating your masculinity. It is cooking the very factories responsible for your vitality, your energy, and your drive. You are standing there, thinking you are washing away the stress, but biologically, you are washing away your testosterone. My name is Dr. Emily Carter. I am a board-certified urologist with 25 years of experience treating men who feel like they have lost their edge. I do not follow the standard advice that tells you to just accept decline as a natural part of aging. I look for the environmental saboteurs that other doctors ignore. Today, we are going to dismantle the myth of the hot shower, expose the thermal damage you are doing to your endocrine system, and I will give you a specific protocol to reverse it. Let me tell you about a patient of mine named Arthur. When Arthur walked into my clinic, he was 64 years old. He was a successful man, retired, ate clean, and exercised 3 times a week. On paper, Arthur should have been thriving, but he wasn't. He complained of a complete lack of motivation, a libido that had vanished 5 years prior, and a prostate that was keeping him up half the night. His testosterone levels were in the low 300s, bordering on hypogonadism. We looked at his diet, and it was perfect. We looked at his sleep, and it was decent. But during our consultation, Arthur mentioned his favorite part of the day. He had installed a high-end steam shower and a heated towel rack in his home. Every morning and every night, he spent 20 minutes marinating in intense heat. He thought it was therapy. I knew it was the enemy. Arthur was unknowingly subjecting his body to scrotal hyperthermia twice a day, every day. Most men do not understand the basic engineering of their own biology. There is a reason your testicles hang outside the body. It is not a design flaw. It is a thermal requirement. Your Leydig cells, which produce 95% of your testosterone, and your sertoli cells, which govern sperm production, require a temperature exactly 2 to 4 degrees Celsius lower than your core body temperature to function. When you expose them to hot water, which is often 40 degrees Celsius or higher, you are not just warming them up, you are inducing heat stress. This heat stress triggers oxidative damage. It disrupts the enzymatic pathways that convert cholesterol into testosterone. Essentially, you are shutting down the factory. When you take a hot shower for 15 minutes, you are creating a localized fever in your reproductive organs. The enzymes denature, the production halts, and if you do this daily, the damage becomes cumulative. You are training your body to produce less hormone. Furthermore, hot water strips the natural oils from your skin, disrupting the microbiome that actually helps regulate your immune system. But the hormonal cost is what concerns me the most for men over 60. You cannot afford to lose even a single percentage point of efficiency. Yet you are boiling your potential away every morning. So, what are the enemies we need to remove? The first enemy is the prolonged hot soak. This applies to baths, hot tubs, and long, steaming showers. It causes vasodilation that is too extreme, pooling blood in the skin and away from the internal organs where it is needed for metabolic function. The second enemy is the heated car seat. I see men over 60 turning on seat warmers even when it is 15 degrees outside. This is a direct thermal assault on the prostate and testicles, acting like a slow cooker for your hormones during your commute. The third enemy is tight synthetic underwear that traps body heat. When you combine a hot shower with tight polyester underwear and a heated car seat, you have created the perfect storm for hormonal collapse. Now, let's talk about the heroes. How do we reverse this? We need to embrace the cold. I am not asking you to live in an icebox, but we need to utilize the therapeutic power of thermal contrast. The hero here is a mechanism called the hunting response, or Lewis hunting reaction. When your body is exposed to cold water, the blood vessels constrict to preserve heat, and then they dilate massively to warm the tissue back up. This creates a pumping action, a vascular flush that clears out stagnation and metabolic waste from the pelvic floor. It wakes up the Leydig cells. It forces the body to produce norepinephrine, a neurotransmitter that increases focus, mood, and energy almost instantly. To support this thermal therapy, we need internal reinforcement. The first chemical hero is zinc picolinate. Zinc is the primary mineral for testosterone production and prostate health, but it is easily lost through sweat and stress. The second hero is an amino acid called L-carnitine. This helps your androgen receptors, the catching mitts for testosterone, work more efficiently. You can have all the testosterone in the world, but if your receptors are sluggish, you will feel nothing. L-carnitine wakes them up. Here is your specific protocol. I call this the thermal reset protocol. I want you to follow this for 30 days. First, we change the shower habit. You will start your shower with warm water to wash yourself. Do this for 2 minutes. Then, you are going to perform a Scottish shower finish. You will turn the water to the coldest setting your tap allows. You must let this cold water hit your chest, your neck, and specifically your groin area for 30 seconds. Count it out loud. 1, 2, 3, all the way to 30. Then, turn the water off. Do not go back to hot. Step out of the shower and let your body reheat itself naturally. This shivering response is what triggers the metabolic boost. Second, the supplementation. You will take 30 milligrams of zinc picolinate immediately after breakfast. Do not take it on an empty stomach, as it can cause nausea. You will take 2 grams of L-carnitine tartrate with your lunch. This specific form, tartrate, is absorbed faster and utilized better by the androgen receptors. Third, the lifestyle adjustment. For the next 30 days, you are banned from using heated car seats. Even in winter, use the cabin heater, not the seat warmer. You must switch to loose-fitting cotton boxer shorts. We need air circulation. We need that temperature gap to be maintained. Now, let's talk about synergy and sabotage. What makes this work better? Deep diaphragmatic breathing during the cold exposure. When the cold water hits you, your instinct is to gasp and hold your breath. Do not do that. Force a deep breath in through the nose and a long exhale through the mouth. This oxygenates the blood just as the vasoconstriction occurs, driving highly oxygenated blood deep into your tissues. This is synergy. What is the sabotage? Alcohol. If you drink alcohol within 2 hours of this protocol, specifically in the evening, you negate the benefits. Alcohol is a vasodilator that increases estrogen and lowers testosterone. It dehydrates the body and prevents the cellular repair we are trying to trigger. If you are serious about regaining your vitality, you must limit alcohol, especially beer, which is highly estrogenic. Here is the timeline of what you will experience. In week 1, you will hate the cold water. It will be a shock. You will gasp. It will be uncomfortable. But immediately after you step out, you will feel a rush of warmth and alertness that caffeine cannot match. This is the norepinephrine spike. You will feel awake in a way you haven't in years. By week 3, the physical changes begin. The scrotal temperature regulation stabilizes. Your sleep will deepen because your body temperature is better regulated. You may notice morning erections returning or becoming firmer. This is a sign that the vascular pumping action is working. By week 6, we see the results that Arthur saw. After 6 weeks of the thermal reset protocol, Arthur came back for blood work. His total testosterone had climbed from the low 300s to 550, not because we injected him with anything, but because we stopped cooking his Leydig cells and allowed his body to do what it was designed to do. His energy was up, his brain fog was gone, and he told me he felt a sense of aggression and drive he hadn't felt since his 40s. He stopped needing naps in the afternoon. This is not magic. It is physiology. We are creatures of the environment, and modern comfort is making us weak. We need a little bit of stress, a little bit of cold to sharpen the biological blade. So, Here is my challenge to you. For the next 30 days, turn that knob to cold at the end of every shower. Just 30 seconds. It costs you nothing but a moment of comfort, but the payoff is your manhood. Do not let warm water lull you into frailty. Take the cold, breathe through the shock, and reclaim the vitality that is rightfully yours. Thank you for watching. Stay healthy.